to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Halti Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Halti Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. In launching a startup, consider adding a consulting program. New products and services often require additional training and services to help the customer achieve success. Over time, the product improves to the point the customer can install and run it on their own. In the early days, use consulting to help customers become successful. The startup raising venture capital will need to be scalable to receive funding. Consulting is not scalable. Investors will downgrade the company for funding if a substantial amount of revenue comes from consulting services. Use a second company to provide the consulting. It can form a partnership with the main startup to provide consulting services. If consulting proves valuable to the startup, then it can be bought by the startup and rolled into the main company later. Many startups find their product is not ready for prime time at the launch. By providing consulting services, one can overcome the initial product weaknesses and potentially make additional revenue to pay the bills. Consider adding consulting to your startup launch. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Halti Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.